Hi my friend, it's Pat Sloan here for my daily video. The evening version on Monday night is Fireside Chat. So on Mondays we are rolling in the jelly. That sounds weird, doesn't it? Jelly rolls, jelly rolls, jelly rolls so along. You are rolling in jelly roll strips over at my Sew Along site. The community, Quilt Along with Pat Sloan at Facebook. There are lots of you finishing up, or not, I'm not sorry, working on the, you didn't finish yet. Some of you did finish actually. Working on jelly roll quilts. You're either working on the same one I am working on, or the other one I recommended, or some of you have pulled out old projects. Anything that works with a jelly roll, that's good. It's all goodness. So I have been posting and talking about the jelly roll tactics. And so first, let me just tell you that these are the next two that I have, because I'm trying to get this done by the end of the year. I would actually like it quilted. I would like the last quilt that I roll out of the year with finished. So here is one with they're all with my Morrison Park jelly roll. So, and I'm using this stripe as the alternate fabric. So there'll be a strip from the jelly roll and then the stripe. So I think it's turning out really good. I have this whole pile here. I don't know how many are here. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, like 12. So I have 12, and that's good. I think it's like 35 that are in this quilt. And so, yeah, so I'm moving along quite well. I have over here in the Rolling Assistant, on the top, I now have all of the pieces cut. So my goal will be to first, while I'm sewing other things, or even just taking a break and sewing a little bit, I'm going to try to do all of these, the 2 patches, and then this third one. So this 1, 2, 3, this unit in the middle. I'm going to try to get all of those done from here, and then that way I can work on, you know, either adding the 4th one or just going ahead and making a couple blocks at once. Because really what I want to do is have one block a day at least for, you know, till I would say about the 20th. And I'm hoping maybe by the 20th or by, you know, Christmas Eve, maybe I have them all done, you know, all the blocks done. And then that way I can work on basting it and quilting it. I think I'm going to do simple line quilting or the wave. That's all I'm going to do, because this is going to be, it's a little bit bigger lap quilt, and I don't have it's a little straining still on my left hand to try to do free motion, because that whole gripping thing. For those of you who don't know, I broke both of my wrists in June, and so I'm almost at 6 months since the break, both of them broken, and so it's been a journey that a lot of you have been on with me. Okay, that is the group. I've got a lot done. I didn't realize I had so many done. That's fabulous, right? So keep sharing yours, keep talking about it. Everything you get, even if you get it done, you don't have to wait until Monday. Just because Monday's on the calendar for showing it, you don't have to wait for Monday to do that. So I'm going to roll with this. That's a silly joke, isn't it? Jelly rolls roll with this. So what is our sort of topic that ties in this week for you to think about? So it really has to do with projects this week, because I am going to walk the walk here in a few minutes and tell you what I've been doing. So I wanted to go through and find, this is your challenge, go through and find sort of these miscellaneous projects you have going on. This, you know, find those and take a look at them, take a review of them, decide what is happening with them. Are you going to keep doing them, not doing them? You know, dig out maybe some older stuff. So I'm going to walk through here and show you where I am with that in my life, you know, what kind of projects I have, sort of crazy things here hanging around. So take a look. You might find an old English paper piecing project that you haven't worked on for a long time. Maybe you want to, you know, fire that up and do a little bit each day. You know, that's what I want you to do, is just take a look at what you have. And if you don't have time to dig through everything, then just get something off the surface. Like the top surface. What do you have that you're like, I haven't worked on this in ages. Why is it on the top surface? If I'm not working on it, get it out of your critical area where it's just taking up space. Okay, so that's your assignment today. It's a little free-flowing assignment. All right, let me put those over there. Now we had fabulous tree skirts. Oh my goodness, the tree skirts have been spectacular. Everything from brand new ones you just finished to heirloom pieces that you've had for, you know, a really long time, maybe handed down from your mother. We've, you know, your grandmother even. We've seen very whimsical. We've seen very elegant. There have been beaded ones, string pieced ones. Oh my goodness. And the infamous thimbleberry one that I was telling you about. My buddy Ann, she made that. Probably we made it at the same time, Ann. And then Sue sent me a link. I'm going to put this down below so you can see it. Sue asked me if I remembered seeing the episode with Designing Women, that movie, that TV show, where I think her name is Bernice, came to the party, the luncheon, I guess, wearing her tree skirt as a regular skirt, like I did on my Saturday video. It's like, no, I don't remember that one. So she sent me a link to just that clip. Oh my goodness, so funny. It's very funny. So you have to go watch that if you didn't remember seeing that or had never seen it like me. It's totally cute. So it makes me rethink wearing my tree skirt. Not sure I'm going to be doing that. Okay. Let's look at what is going on, and then I'm going to show you something that came back from the spa. Okay, so we're going to do that. Cross stitch. So I'm going through these different things here with you that I sort of dug around. Now my cross stitch stuff is over in this red bin, and I've got about 6 or so of those. So I know somebody told me, be careful stretching like this. It's like, well, I think I'm doing the daily yoga, so I think I'm back to doing what I can. I can't do like down dogs, you know, like pressing full weight on my wrist yet, but I'm doing a lot of the things. So in this cross stitch book, I put all my projects, and so how many do I have? How many did I list? 6 or 7. I think I had 7, but I only listed 6, so I got to update that, which will list them because I don't have a tremendous amount. I have not started the snowman yet that I showed you, but let me show you where I am. I decided to pull out, I have some that are close to being done, but this one looks like I can maybe do it quickly. I don't know why I think that, because I have hardly any of it done, but that's just how my brain is working right now. So I got this one out. It's Happiness is Handmade. And I'm changing the colors just a tiny bit. Oh, here, you can see. Here's the, did I show you the color part or show you the black and white? There's the color part. I'm on tan because I didn't have any light blue. So what I'm doing is using the red for the birdhouse, and I'll use the red for the heart. And then I'm going to, I have this packet, so I'm just going to use those, except I'm going to use a different green. So I'm going to use a brighter green, so I have my Aurifil green, which is a little brighter than this one. And so I like that. And I will do pink where there's there's a rim here. See that rim there? I'm going to do that in the pink, maybe the dark pink. And then the Happiness and the green ferns will be green. The roof and the homemade will be red, and the is will be pink. So it seems like this is one that I really like to just do that all up and then see what size I have. They did this on 14 count, which is what I'm doing it on, 14 Ada, so it'll come out the same size. So I got to get a hoop. I want to put it in a hoop like that. So I want to show you a tool that I use, which is by Clover, and it's a needle threader. And there are a lot of different needle threaders out there, but for cross stitch and for embroidery floss, basically, not just for cross stitch. I've been using this for embroidery for years. So, oh, and you have to have a cute needle minder. So I've got the little floss buddies. Now, when I'm doing, these are so great. They all have different, they're upside down. They all have different little symbols on them. This is the needle threader from Clover, and it has a, you can see there's an opening there. And first you have to put the needle on here, so I generally will thread it from the top, and then I will take the 3 strands of floss and I will thread them right through that opening. There we go. So it is through there. Now I can just pull this down, pull the tail out, and I'm all threaded and ready to go. So that's a little tool that I love. I actually need to get a second one because I find that I'm putting it in the, I've got it in the basket here with all of this stuff, but if I have like sort of 2 active cross stitches, I may want to have a second one in another basket so I can find it. So that's the status of where I'm doing the cross stitch. I decided to pick this one. I really have very little left to do on the charity one, the Bloomtopia, but I decided to look at this one first. So I may change my mind again and go and get the Bloomtopia out and see. It doesn't have a ton left to do. That's the one, I'm not going to do the little border on that one, but that's the one I was working on when I actually fell, so, and broke the wrist. So, you know, it went all on the wayside. Now another project I have that I haven't shown you for a while because I haven't even opened it for a while are the hexagons. So I'm making hexagons, just single flowers, which I'll show you in a second. And this is my sort of basket of all the charm packs, little mini charm packs that I got to do them with. These are the papers I'm using, which are not, they stay in. So these are by Helen Stubbings. They're pre-cut to the size that you want. They actually have a little fusible side, and they actually stay in. You don't take them out. Got some glue sticks in here, some 80 weight thread to work with, some binder clips. So this is all the supplies. And then here is one of the sort of bags I have it going on. I've got these to try, and I haven't really tried them yet because they're a magnet that has like 2 sides, and I haven't really, there's just to hold things together nicely. A lot of the English paper piecing. Here's the back with the magnet, but I haven't played with that much yet, so, well, maybe only once. So here, oh, here they are as a magnet. So you would like put them on both sides of the English paper piece thing, and then it would hold the edges together while you're working. So I have to sort of play around with that. I have to understand what that's, you know, how that'll work for me. And here's like a flower in progress. So I've got, you know, I will clip this guy together, clip him together, and then sew, like I got to sew that one, have to sew that one. So they are, this is one that's in progress. Here are some of the hexagons in the bag. And lo and behold, I have not that many of these made. Here's one. So getting a bit of a glare there. So there's one of the hexagons made. I have, here's a gray one. See now, that on camera, that dark one's pretty dark, but he's staying because I don't really have that many of these together, but I want to do a full quilt of these, and then I'll trim each of these blocks down to not super close, but you know, a little close, maybe a little closer to this, maybe not. I'll try it and see how they look. And here's another one that's sort of all gray. But the idea is to keep these all light, being the gray would be the darkest, like this would be the darkest, and then all have a red center. And working with some more, what's all in here? Oh, some more thread and the glue stick. So this project I have not worked on in a long time. And so it is in storage in that cabinet. I have a shelf in that cabinet, and both these boxes are in there, and everything to do this is in these 2 boxes, which makes it really tidy and efficient, so that when I decide to work on it, I don't have to go. For a while I had parts of it in a project bag because I was actually working on them more often. But then I decided, well, I'm not working on it right now, I'm going to put it back together. And I think that that's that works for me, that I don't lose track of where things are. So if I'm working with something, I won't, of course, be carrying that big purple container around. That's a bit much, but I will take and maybe have this smaller bag, and then maybe the other box with all the pieces in it. Or maybe just a smaller bag. I'll just put parts in here. Then when I sort of use them up, I go and replenish. But I don't want those separated all over the house, because what happens? You go to work on it and you can't find this little project bag, which has the current one you know you were working on. Or maybe you don't remember, did you finish that one? That happens. Hey, it's happened to me. Did I finish that one? So I'm interested in doing that. What I'm trying to do is find sort of something to sit for about an hour a day in the evening, where I just want to decompress and not really, I'm having a hard time seeing the cross stitch sitting in my living room, even with the light. I can see it with the light, but I just wanted something that's a little less, like I can fold hexes, you know, sitting there. But the other thing that I do periodically is crochet. I don't crochet wonderful, I don't crochet much, just a couple, like I have like an Afghan, a scarf. That's pretty much, you know, what I've crocheted. And I haven't crocheted for quite a while, but I've been wanting to. And I had gone and looked through my yarn, which I do not keep tons of yarn, thank goodness, not right now. Some years of my life I did have tons of yarn, but not right now. So I went and looked through it, and I didn't like really anything I had. It was stuff that was given to me by a manufacturer, and a couple pieces I had bought, and I thought, you know, I just don't want any of this. So I gave it to a friend who gave it to her granddaughter. And then I went and bought some new fabric, new fabric. Yeah, so I'm in fabric mode, right? So I bought some new yarn, and but I really wanted to buy this one yarn. And I kept saying, no, I'm going to go buy just some cheaper yarn just to mess around with. So I did that. And then I decided, no, I really just wanted the yarn that I had in my head. So, so I did. So now I have 3 sets of yarn. So I got also out my crochet books, and I got this one out. I have maybe 4 or 5 crochet books. Why I have that many, I don't know, because I don't crochet that much, but a lot of them are older. This is a newer one I got. It's by my publisher, Martingale. They also do yarn and crochet books. But I think it's super nice, because if you haven't crocheted in a while, they have great photo step outs, so that you can see it in a photo versus a diagram. I much prefer seeing somebody's hand as a photograph, showing you how to do something, and then you can back it up by watching videos. The Crochet Crowd with Mikey is really good. I mean, he has tons and tons and tons of stuff for years and years and years and years. So if you've ever crocheted, you've probably run across Mike. And I interviewed him many years ago for a crafting podcast that I did. He's a great guy. So I like to back it up. I like to have both a print, something in print I can look at, and then I can go and watch somebody on a video if I'm still needing to finesse something. And like I said, I just do really simple things. So I went looking at what I had, and I have a bag where there appears to be a scarf in progress. So I think I will try to finish that up. It's cute. It's nice and soft. It was, I guess, just one skein of that. And then I looked, and I have all this great little cotton crochet thread. This is the stuff that the Fat Quarter Shop carries. These are the little minis. So like if you ever wanted to see what, you see those little mini packets, I'll link you up. They're so cute. But I want to do crochet edges like on a pillowcase or even a quilt. Do a quilt, and then you crochet a little cotton edge on it, like a little scallop. They're so cute, and I've wanted to do them forever. So I have all these little colors to play with. The regular size of this comes like that. So there's the regular size, and it's not very thick. You know, it's really quite, you know, almost string-like. So I have this, and I have hooks, and then the yarns that I got were, there's some babies in the family coming up, and I thought, well, this seemed cute. It's, you know, pastel with little, you know, colors that could be boys or girls. So I might do a couple of little baby Afghans. And then I accidentally, I didn't mean to get this cotton, but I like that green and beige and cream, and it's cotton. So I don't use like cotton, the cotton rags. So I need to, Sue told me that I could do a scarf, like a scarf or, you know, bigger scarf. So I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll do that with this. And then the yarn I really wanted is this, because I want to do, this is one of the patterns Mike did for his crochet crowd and for the yarn company, and so I want to do this in the variegated, because it is, I don't know, I just love those colors, that green and the turquoise and that charcoal. So I was doing a test swatch because I didn't have the exact right number crochet hook, but maybe this one will work, or I might just have to go buy another size crochet hook. So, but if you are looking for a good book with a lot of smaller projects, like this little toad is super cute, and I love, it's on the cover, but I love this. Oh my goodness, look at that. Isn't that fabulous? That I want to make. Do it in those sort of, not have to collect up a bunch of yarns. I guess I had to ask a bunch of people to send me your little yarn leftovers. That's what that looks like, all the yarn leftovers. But this book is about half price right now. So for like 11 bucks or 10.50 or whatever it is, it's half price. So if you want to pick one of these up, particularly if you want to maybe throw in a crochet hook and give it to somebody as a gift, or just for yourself to have as a great reference, I want to be sure you saw that. So that is what I did. I'm walking the walk today. I went through my crochet, my English paper piecing, and my yarn. And I looked at all three of those. I don't actually have any embroidery right now. I don't have any stitchery. I interchange the words embroidery, hand embroidery, and stitchery, which are, you know, I do a lot of. I haven't done it lately, but I've over the years done tons of that. And I have nothing of that in progress. There's nothing I had left, so that's good. I might add a little bit of that on our Home Is project, like add a few words here or there, or little touches of embroidery on that Home Is. That'll be our So Long starting in January. I think that might be kind of fun, whereas if you don't really want to do it, you could leave it off, but it would be a cute little accent on some blocks, I think, to have some words. Okay, now to show you my quilt that came back from the spa. This is Going on a Picnic. And I'm particularly happy to have this one back because when I broke my wrist, we were just getting ready to start going on a picnic, you know, very soon afterwards. And I did not have a good way to, I mean, I couldn't type, I couldn't feed myself, I couldn't do anything. I was a mess for, you know, about a good 2 months. I had really limited abilities to do anything. And so what happened is, just before I had surgery, I had about 10 days before surgery where I just sent all of this stuff that was in progress out to my friends and asked them to sew it for me. And then Greg helped me get some patterns together so that we could do Going on a Picnic and we could still make the quilt. And so it's really kind of special to me that it's done. My friend Anne sewed all the blocks for me. Okay, I can't remember. Did Monica put the top together? I think Monica might have put the top together for me. Sometimes things are a bit of a blur. I have to go back and ask people, like, what part did you help me with? Because I was in need of so much help, and I had so many people helping me, my local friends, other friends, like Carolina with the Aurifil blocks. I mean, I just had so much help. So here is, ta-da, Going on a Picnic. And I just am in love with it. It's quilted. I'm gonna hold it up. Ta-da! And over at my website today, I'll hold it a second, but over at my website today, I have a picture of it so that you can see it. And I'll do a close-up there of the quilting. So here is the quilting. I wanted something geometric. And so can you see that? I'm hoping, let's see, get it right there. There you go. Yes. So I think that that turned out so cool. It's got great texture, and it's Cindy and Dennis at the spa quilted it with gold. Now let me show you the back. Here we go. Here is the back. Now I wanted probably a bit more. There we go. So I wanted to have it with a bunch of the fabrics on there. I had that big piece in the middle. I could have put the yellow in the middle, but I put it out on a little bit on the outside. The yellow I used on in the border. If you remember me going through trying to decide how to make this yellow work for me. So I think it turned out amazing. I'm so excited about it. Here is the binding. So it is going to get binding next, because this definitely needs to have it. Now here's my hanging sleeve. So here's the hanging sleeve for the top on the back. So it's about 5 inches wide, and I will put that on. I wanted to put it in my bedroom. I thought my bedroom though has a higher headboard, and it turns out even wide it would hang behind the headboard. I thought, oh, I just don't want it hanging behind the headboard. I would like it to be, you know, fully in view. So it can't go there. So I'll probably just end up going in the hallway. I have quilts hanging in the hallway, so I might do that. I might end up the stairwell one, or just who knows, but it'll hang up for a while so I can enjoy it. I could put it in here. I think it's a little small though for over the fireplace part. It could go up there. I could put it up there and take the red and white down, but we'll see. I'll probably end up putting it in the living room after Christmas. So, or the dining room after Christmas. So, but it'll be done. It'll be done. I'm so excited. And thank you everybody who helped me make that work. And thank you all of you for being so patient during that particular sew along, which, you know, everybody had everything ready to make it. And so I'm happy that my friends and Greg could get it all together so we could still do it. Plus it gave me a lot of motivation every week to know that I had these things going when I could control that somewhat versus not being in control of breaking my wrists and the after effects of that, which were pretty debilitating. So it's like it gave me some sense of control to have everything keep flowing. All right, my friend, what have you finished? I want to hear. Have you made jelly roll blocks? Yes, tell me that. And go look around your space at the kind of projects you have. You know, what kind of things do you have going on that you want to take an analysis of and see, you know, the status. You know, maybe you just tidy up the bin they're in and put it back. That'd be good. Call it good. Thank you for being here, my friend. Links are down below, and I will see you online. I love you. Mwah.